guys, welcome to Music Monday. Why am I looking at the screen instead of the camera? You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? Watch this. Bam! You don't know what I just did, but I hid the viewfinder, so now I can't see myself. And if I look at the computer screen, it's just my wallpaper, which is pretty, but it's weird looking at that, so I'll be looking at the camera. Hey guys, welcome back. It's actually a Monday when I'm recording this, so hopefully it's a Monday when you see it and I upload it. Unless you watch it on another day, then it's not a Monday. Anyways, you know how it is. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite, it's not an album, it's 5 tracks, so it's an EP, an extended play, I'm going to go over every track on this one instead of like last week where I didn't go over a track because it's a full like 12 track album. I'll be going over every one of these because there are 5 tracks on here. I'll get into that, but real fast, I just wanted to say, you see that really cool painting over there? My little sister Anita, she did that, and then I told her it was beautiful, and she gave it to me to take home, and I just love it, and every time I look at it, I'm like, my sister made that. So, anyways, just thought I'd say that. But we're going to be talking about the Wild Country EP by the band Wake Owl, and it came out in 2012. So, when I found this, I found it through Bandcamp, and it's one of these groups that I think not enough people know about, unfortunately. And when I found them, I was going through a pretty bad breakup, my first breakup actually, and some of my music that I found during that era of my life is really depressing music, but it really helped me with coping and working on myself and all that stuff. So I love this EP, but some of these lyrics are going to be kind of sad, and you could probably be like, oh, I can totally see how you as a person going through a breakup could relate to the lyrics that you're reading out. So anyways, why do I have something in my eye? Like literally I'm recording. Come on. Also, it's like 6 p.m. and I'm not drinking a Red Bull, so instead I'm drinking lemonade out of an IHOP mug. I know that makes sense. Also, don't worry, I didn't steal this mug. Someone else stole it, and then I bought it on eBay. So I didn't take this from the store. I couldn't do that. Alrighty, let's get going. So, this is great stuff. It's moody folk music. And real fast, before you started freaking out, I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna freak out and you're gonna be like, another folk album. You know, don't worry. Next week, I'm gonna plan better and it'll be unrelated from folk music. Okay? Calm it down, guys. Calm it down. First track on the EP is called Wild Country. And here's some of the lyrics I like from it. Here we go. What wasn't learned from mistakes, we will make them again. I mean, right there, you're like, I can totally see why William enjoyed these or suffered through his breakup with these lyrics. I mean, I'm never gonna chase something. It's a total waste running. By the way, spoiler alert, I did not listen to that advice and kept chasing things that weren't worth chasing after. So I finally figured that one out, but it took a while. Also, as I'm reading these, and I thought about this earlier, I can't do these justice, and like, that goes for every album that or whatever I'm going to talk about on here. But I just want you to know that these are so haunting, and like the violin in the background, you know, and this guy singing with this pained voice, but it's also so honest, you know. It's very beautiful, and I definitely recommend you guys check out this EP. Like I said, there's going to be a link in the description, and if I didn't say that, I'm sorry, but there will be a link in the description, as of with all these videos. So, next up, track 2 is You'll Never Go. Oh, my words are always like whispers to her. They don't make us feel heard, they only make the heart hurt. Once again, you're like, teenage William really liked to wallow in sadness, and that is true. And adult William likes to do that too sometimes. So, but I just listened to this EP before, filming this, and I was like, "It's some good stuff. This is some good stuff." Angsty teenager William really liked this. It's funny that I'm like saying that like it's like, oh yeah, who wasn't an angsty teenager and listened to indie folk music on Bandcamp? You know, it's like what? But that was my thing, I guess. I wasn't, into My Chemical Romance yet. So I was like, this was My Chemical Romance. That was a terrible comparison. This is nothing like that. Anyways, next track number 3 is Gold. Here's a couple lines from that. I don't feel like I'm falling. I'm up against the sky. Let's grab the heart of the world and turn into the light. I'm sorry, it took me so much work to read what I wrote down. But I love this track. I honestly, like, there's only 5 tracks, and the group that made this EP, as 2 guys. The 2 guys that made this EP, Wake Owl, literally did nothing like this again. Like, they released 2 or 3 more projects, and they're good, but they're nothing like this at all. Like, it's weird how they went from, like, really indie folk music into a just completely different category of music, a different genre completely almost. Still good, it's still unique, but just totally different, and it's sad. So that's why I was like, there's 5 tracks on here, and if you like these 5 tracks, these are the only 5 tracks you're getting that are like this, unfortunately. But I love it. So yeah, I just love all these tracks. They're good. You know, sometimes it depends on the album how much I feel like I'll be able to say and just start ranting about. So anyways, track number 4. These memories, they call me back again and again and again. That is me to this day. I love those lines so much because it's... I am a very nostalgic person, and so often a memory or a song, for example these, I mean, like any of the music that I will talk about on this channel, literally I have emotions tied to specific tracks, to specific lines, and I'm not even kidding. I like hear myself, or I see myself playing Infamous on my PS3 and crying and listening to this album and the Magic Roses album and a couple albums just on repeat, you know. And it just, when I listen to this music, I still enjoy it. I don't get sad really when listening to it anymore, but I can just vividly associate those memories with it, and I love that. Like I love music so much. That's the reason I'm talking about these things. It's just really cool. I love being able to associate things like that. So anyways, last track on there is called Seaside. I get down on one knee, asking for forgiveness, begging like a beggar diseased, praying that she shows mercy. My God. I mean, like I said, literally this EP could have been called the William Breakup EP, and it would have fit pretty well with that title. So I know this was a shorter than last week one, because like I said, and I feel like I didn't talk about these tracks as much. It's really just more like, you gotta listen to it yourself. Like, it's weird. It's hard to describe this because it's so different, you know. This album and Magic Roses that I keep talking about, but literally I found them like the same day. There's something about these where it's like I can't even put them in a genre. Like folk, yes, I could say this is folk, yes, but I've heard people say it's like dream folk, you know, or all these weird obscure genres because it's just so different and it's just so haunting, you know. And when you're listening to it, these sound like journal entries or musings of someone that's struggling, and it's just life, and it's just like, this is it, you know, this is a glimpse into a moment in someone's mind, you know. And I like that. I love that. It's beautiful, it's haunting, it's depressing, and I love this EP. I promise next week's video is going to be a lot more positive. I promise that, you know what, I'm going to say right now that I don't know if it's going to be this album, but there's a Jason Mraz album that I love. Funny enough, it's called Love is a 4-Letter Word, and I'm definitely going to talk about that on this video series at one point. But I swear that every song on that album is positive. Like, I don't think there's anything negative on that album, and that's just the kind of singer that Jason Mraz is. So I love that album. Oh, also, just so you know, I'm just saying these so you know that I listen to things that are a little more positive. Colbie Caillat, there's like 2 of her albums that I love. I always think it's funny. I have this friend, Anna, and years ago, I picked her up so we could hang out, and she gets in the car, and I think I was listening to something along the lines of this or another folk thing, and she said, William, every time I get in the car with you, I never know what music to expect because your interests are so all over the place. I was like, I mean, you're right. Like, you know, I'm listening to 90s grunge. I'm listening, to folk music that no one's ever heard of, I'm listening to Dire Straits, or Jimi Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan. And it's just all over the place, all over the place. I'm listening to musicals, I mean, it's just, I like a lot of different music for a lot of different reasons. Number one thing, the reason I'm making this series is because of that fact, that I just love music. Little note, by the way, at the beginning of each of these episodes, I wanted to let you guys know, I didn't do it till at the end of filming the last one, so that's why I didn't mention it. But at the beginning, when it has the title card and it says, Music Monday, and it says the artist's name, I, on the last video and this video, have a clip of audio from the album or whatever I'm talking about is going to be on. So one of these 5 tracks is going to be playing over that. It's not going to be like 20 seconds, so no copyright strikes or anything. But I just thought that was a cool little thing. Let you guys know that's what I did with the last album and this one. So going forward, you will most likely hear a snippet of what you're going to listen, or what I'm going to talk about at the very beginning of these videos. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Man, I love talking about music. I don't know if you guys got that. And maybe I should have had a Red Bull so I'm more shaky, Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay positive. You got this, guys. You really do.